Okay, I'm Steve Judd. I work for JetStack Consult. We're a Kubernetes consultancy, so I spend a lot of my time poking around in clients' clusters, doing assessments and audits and so on. I'm doing a webinar on Thursday afternoon, quick plug, and I've nicked about 2 slides from that 30-minute webinar. And this particular one, this particular theme, is all about some of the top security hacks that you can do to your cluster to make them a bit more secure. So first of all, come on. No. The first one I wanted to talk about was, is that on the screen? Yeah, right. Is actually, thanks to Drew, I don't need to talk about it because he said everything I was going to talk to. So what he says. Second one, principle of least privilege. Basically means fix your bloody RBAC. The number of clusters that I've seen where everyone has got cluster admin, unbelievable. Do not do this. There are roles, use them. Set up some roles and assign different sets of users to those roles. You will thank me when it stops somebody from fat fingering deleting your namespaces. Third one, control plane access. So as you all know, Kubernetes control plane, it's got an API, you use kubectl to access it. Lots of clusters expose that to the public internet. You think, well, that's not such a problem because you've got authentication, that will stop anyone from actually doing anything. Well, yes, unless somebody misconfigures that authentication and accidentally allows anonymous access to go into your cluster. It does happen. So if you can possibly help it, put your cluster API behind a bastion or a VPN. And if you can't do those things, at the very least, put some IP whitelisting in place. Fourth one, workload isolation. This is maybe more of interest to multi-tenant clusters or multi-team clusters, but use something like network policies to be able to stop pods from talking to other pods. As you probably know, Kubernetes networking, very flat, and by default, every pod has got network access to every other pod. So using network policies is a native way of restricting that kind of access. So even if a malicious actor does get into your clusters, then their blast radius is much smaller. Next one that I want to talk about, secrets management. So store your secrets in somewhere like a secrets manager. So Google, AWS, Azure, Oracle, they all have a secrets manager service within their clouds, or you can use something like HashiCorp Vault. That's where you should store your sensitive data, and then use something like the external secrets operator or the secrets CSI driver to basically provide a mechanism to provide the pods with that sensitive data without any human intervention. So no need to manually put your secrets values in values.yaml in Helm charts. On the subject of Helm charts, a particular bugbear of mine is that many third-party Helm charts just only allow you to do that, rather than so they don't give you any flexibility in the way that you can create the secrets resources that are then required by whatever deployments are going on. I think that's a great shame. But an alternative approach is that you use Helm template to create the manifests, and then something like Customize to go and tweak those manifests to go and change the way that the pods actually consume and create secrets. The final one, again, talking about management, and because I work for JetStack, subject close to my heart, certificate management. For those that are new to Kubernetes, JetStack were the creators of Cert Manager. Anyway, certificate management. I have seen many clusters where, and I think it's down to traditional security approaches, is where the security people lovingly give the platform engineers a certificate which the engineers then have to manually load into the cluster. This is not a great process. There are better tools to do it. Something like Cert Manager will take all of that heavy lifting for you. So, with 30 seconds to go, I'm Steve Judd. I'm going to hand over to an awesome friend of mine called Abby, who's going to blow you out of the water. Thank you very much.